Hi, I'm Adam, the Learning Coach at abetterpianoteacher.com. I'm doing some late night practicing or early evening practicing, and I found several examples of what I was talking about in a previous video where if you don't play every note exactly right, you don't ever play the thing correctly. You always stumble on it. I'm going to show you these examples. If you look at this passage, if you're, anywhere decent of a pianist, you'll agree that it's not that hard. It's really pretty straightforward, but I've been messing this thing up again and again and again, and I'm much better than that. And it comes right at the beginning of the piece, so I don't want to mess this up. Why am I messing it up? Well, the first thing I noticed as I took a careful look at it was that I have been playing this A, as a G. My left hand has been doing this instead of what's written. Now, you wouldn't think that was such a big deal, but because my eye has been seeing this A, but not playing it, I've stumbled over it. I'm sure that's the reason. Now, I fixed that, and I was so angry because after I fixed it, I still messed it up. Surely there's nothing else missing from my performance of this. There's no other notes I'm missing, but what I didn't really notice was this. Starts forte, goes piano. I wasn't doing the diminuendo. Again, you wouldn't think this matters, but at least for me, if I don't play what I'm looking at, if I don't play what I see, I mess it up. Something my eye catches distracts my brain. So if you are having trouble with a passage like this, it may be that you're actually not playing what's written. Here's an even crazier example. This little passage here comes after a page turn, and it's very complicated music I'm playing right before it, and so the page turn is very challenging. I've been fumbling this again and again. I finally noticed there's this tiny little 16th note thing in there. It's a misprint. It's not supposed to be there. These are not dotted. This is just 2/8 notes. But there's a misprint. That little 16th note has been catching my eye, and I've been convinced that I'm playing it wrong. Something is distracting me. So I'm taking a pencil and I'm scribbling it out, just making it so that it isn't there anymore. So that when I play it, my eyes see it as a mistake and not me making the mistake. And now that I've done that, I actually did it earlier, it came clean. I was able to play it. Because of the misprint, I couldn't get the page right. It distracted me. Now, I don't know whether it's because of my peculiarity of mind that this happens or whether it is something everyone happens to do. But I have seen it in my students, where my students couldn't get it right. They couldn't get it right. They couldn't get it right. And when we paid attention to the details, because they had gotten fairly good at reading, when we corrected the things that they weren't playing correctly, then they were able to play it. And it's not just that we fixed it, it's that they could see what they were supposed to do and they did what they saw. There was a connection between their eyes and their movements. They were no longer leaving out one little note, but still seeing it. Then they were able to master the piece. It's an interesting phenomenon. Is it happening to you? Leave me a comment below. I'm Adam Cole, and I'm always trying to be a better piano teacher.